Hey guys, it's Jimbo again. I'm on an impromptu adventure this time. Original plan was to go to the OHT and do another 25-mile section with Angela, but life happened and she had to drop out because of issues with the family. Nothing bad, just normal stuff that happens. So not wanting to hike the OHT without her, I decided to make a custom loop. So currently I'm at Steel Creek Park. It's a national park along the Buffalo River in Arkansas. It's considered the Upper Buffalo Wilderness area, I believe. Absolutely beautiful. Check out these cliffs. I think they call that Grand Bluff. And man, that is a long way up there. They're all the way around the other side. I don't know if you can see it or not. Lots of bluffs in this area, lots. So I pulled out my National Geographic's map of the Upper Buffalo Wilderness area. It's got all the trails marked out on it, most of them anyhow. And I'm gonna make quite the loop. I customized a loop for the mileage that I was wanting. I was wanting to match what what Angela and I had planned on doing, which was 25. So I think I've got it about around 26 miles. Right now it's Friday. It's the 17th, I believe, of September. And it's 3 o'clock. I've already walked almost a half a mile. I'm right now, even though I'm in the park and I'm on a road, it's considered the ORT, which is the Old River Trail, which is a Buffalo River. And this particular section is part of the park, so it's just the main road, which is gravel. And I parked on one end of it because there's free parking on one end, the equestrian side. And now I'm just gonna walk this probably about a mile, 3/4 of a mile, and then it'll turn into a trail, and then I'll have to go off trail, have to cross the river onto a trail called Chimney Rock. And on that, we're gonna stay on there for about 5 miles, and then I'll jump over onto Centerpoint. And somewhere on Centerpoint's where I'm gonna make my home tonight. I feel like I've been talking for about a half mile, so I think I'm gonna advance the clock a bit, so stay tuned. I'm getting close to the end of this Steel Creek Road. I'm at 0.7 miles, so it's just right around the bend here, but I just wanted to say that this is the west side, and this is where you would go if you're wanting to tent camp. And it's, you gotta walk to it, you gotta walk to the camp spot, but and it's only like 50 or 100 yards. It's not even very far from the car. So this is basically car camping. No trailers or RVs allowed in this park, which kind of makes it nice. But yeah, up here, there's a spot where you can get onto the BRT, which is the Buffalo River Trail, which Olivia, Angela and I have done, from Steel Creek to the western terminus. We actually went the other way, but yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. It's gonna get the mid-70s. In the evenings, it's gonna be mid-40s. And I am ready. I've got brand new hammock, brand new top quilt to test out. I'm ready to get it on. It's time. And once I round this bend, I will get away from the cars and the people, and it'll turn into more of a hiking experience. I'll check in a minute. Okay, well, I'm officially on trail. A couple of guys, trail runners, stopped and we talked for about 5 minutes, and man, I'll tell you right now, trail runners are a different breed. They're freaking crazy. I think it's awesome they can do it, but damn, I cannot do it. Guys are super, super cool though. I really enjoy the people that do our sport, outside hiking, running. Hell, it's all the same, really. It's all semantics, but anyhow, cool people when you come outside, man. You get away from that couch and TV and you're gonna find cool people. Cool things to see, nature, all kinds of cool stuff. So yeah, now I'm starting to get lost. So let's look at the trail. Okay, I'm on the ORT, and at this point, I'm looking for Chimney Rock. is the name of the trail I'm looking for. And it supposedly crosses the path or the river somewhere around here. So I'm gonna need to, oh, there's a nice bluff. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, so somewhere around here there's gonna be a trail that says Chimney Rock. Just a matter of finding it. Looks like I'll be able to go across the water with no problem. Okay, before I get too crazy, I need to fill up all my dirty bags with water, because from what I understand, there's not hardly any water sources on the first leg of the trail. Oh man, I was hoping I can get across this without my water shoes, but looks like it's gonna be a little tougher than I thought. Crap, I'm gonna try it. If I get wet, I get wet, right? Okay, well, I got 1 foot wet. I actually made it across the thing I showed you, but after that, I slipped on a rock and my foot went about halfway in. No big deal. Right now, the main concern is finding somewhere right off the bat here at Chimney Rock should junction off of this trail, and if I don't find it sometime soon, I'm gonna have to turn around and look for it behind me. The ground is really, really soft because it's a horse trail also. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. I got both my dirty bags are full. I got 3 750 milliliter bottles full, so I should be good until tomorrow morning. And where I'm camping, it won't be very far to get water when I need it. So hopefully I'll find this junction pretty quick. Okay, well, looks like I found the junction. That's awesome. I was really worried about it. 3.3 to Centerpoint. Looks a little overgrown. Let's do this crazy thing. Not creepy at all. Well, there's tons of spider webs. I guess no one's been through here in a minute. It's actually a horse trail, but I guess none lately. I keep breaking webs with my face. It's kind of my agreement with nature. I'm almost a mile and a half in. Mile and a third something. Kind of a mellow uphill. Not horrible. But I haven't got my legs yet. It'll probably take me another hour or so to get my legs, and then everything will be fine. Well, I've come to a place where the path is kind of wide. I've been, let's see, I'm 3 miles in, it's 4:30. I'm averaging about, I don't know, it's 3, I've been at it 1.5 hours, so whatever that is. But the spider webs are kicking my ass. They're like thick as I've ever seen. It's crazy. And I'm ready to get to the next trail, which is Centerpoint. Hopefully it's going to be a little wider, less spiders or something. Man, it's absolutely crazy how many spider webs there are. I'm sore from swinging my poles more than I am from hiking. Anyhow, I thought I'd check you guys in. I hadn't talked to you in a mile or so, so I'm getting ready to go through some more overgrown stuff like this where the spider webs are. So I'm going to need both hands. Hopefully we'll see Centerpoint soon. I just found a pretty good obstacle. I've been going uphill on a fairly rocky path, breaking spider webs for the last, I don't know, half an hour. And now I get to crawl through this. I'm at 3.8, so I got about a half mile until I hit Centerpoint Trail. Hopefully it'll be in a better shape than this one, I don't know. Now I gotta get going, it's getting late. Found Centerpoint at long last. And it looks like it's, at least at this point, it's wide. So it's less likely I'm gonna be breaking webs. Maybe I can make some time. I've only got an hour. It's 2.5 miles for the junction to Big Bluff. I don't think I can get 2.5 miles in an hour. I'm as close as I can. I need to start double timing it. I'll talk to you in a few. All right, I'm on Centerpoint now. pretty smooth, flat, so I've been able to pick up my pace. I'm wanting to camp. I haven't seen a campsite yet, by the way. But I'm wanting to camp somewhere close to the junction at the spur trail to the Big Bluff, also known as the Goat Trail. And I'm gonna have to haul ass if I'm gonna make it there. I didn't see anybody on the Chimney Rock Trail. Of course, it was very overgrown, impassable at places because of trees and a multitude of spider webs. It was horrible. And this one's just now starting to narrow down to where it's been pretty wide. Now it's like a two-person track. But yeah, my plan is to get there and set up camp. I'd like to drink coffee at the Big Bluff in the morning. That'd be really cool. Maybe even if I find a camp spot and it's not taken, it's still daylight, I can run out and check it out. It's only 0.4 miles, so that's an option. Right now, I just got to keep up my pace and get where I'm going. I've seen 3 hikers on this one, a man and a woman just now, heading back the opposite direction. I'm going east, they're going west. And then right before I got on the trail, I saw a guy go by, and that's when my happiness factor went up, because I realized I was getting really close to the end of that other trail. This trail is like marvelous compared to the other one. I mean, only because I'm trying to go fast. As far as trails go, it's flat and it's kind of boring. There's every once in a while there's a little bit of a view. Not right now though. So anyhow, my arm's getting tired from holding the phone, so I'll talk to you guys in a minute. So I'm officially on the Goat Trail now. At 6:15, I found the junction and I turned. Should only be a 4/10 of a mile, and then we're gonna see. I heard there's a campground if you go past it, and you can go up above it, and there's a real nice campground, but we'll see. Let you look at what's going on. It's starting to get kind of sketchy. Okay, well, I'm going to use 2 hands, try to make better time. Trying to get a little peek of the bluff over there. Oh man, that's awesome. There's like a window. I'm not sure where the trail goes at this point. Yes, down there. Man, this is awesome. Oh, the sun's getting ready to set in the Buffalo Valley, Buffalo Wilderness. I've got about 20 minutes to get back to that camp at the junction, so I need to haul ass. Yeah, the Pig Trail is pretty cool. No camping here, so it doesn't matter. There's not a whole lot of good hanging trees. They're all bent, twisted, and dried up cedars, so that doesn't do me any good. Anyhow, I'll catch you later at the camp. So I got my tarp up. I hung my line from my food line, and I'm getting ready to cook me some. Actually, I've already got this cooking. Mountain chili by Alpine Air. It's rehydrating right now. It's really good. I've had it before. That's pretty much the state of what it is right now. Just saw a couple, like 3 night hikers going through towards Big Bluff, which is pretty insane. I would not want to do that one in the dark. I would, but I wouldn't want to. Nothing really else to add. Looks like I got about 9 miles according to my watch. I'm testing a new watch. I haven't checked it on my GPS. I'll check that and get back to you probably after I eat. Okay, well, I finished my drink. I hung my bag of food and I am in my hammock, ready to crash. It's a ridiculous 8:30 in the evening and I am tired. I double checked my mileage from my watch to my GPS and it shows just under 9 miles. That's pretty good for me. I mean, I didn't start until I think it was 3 or 3:30. Let's see, I left at 1:30. It had to have been about 3, so I did pretty good. I'm happy with myself. I'm happy with my progress. I ate a really good dinner of chili from Mountain Air, and I really like it. Or Alpine Air, Aspen Air. Crap, I don't even remember. I'm tired. I'm gonna test out this Cameleon hammock for the first time tonight, and I've got my down top quilt. It's supposed to get down into the 40s, and man, I don't know, it's 65 degrees right now and I am cashed out. I'll see you guys in the morning and we'll have another awesome hike tomorrow. Stay tuned. Good morning, people. It is 7:34 in the morning on Saturday and it is 53.8 degrees, just about 54 degrees. Pretty chilly, kinda. My hands are a little cold. I've already put my hammock away. I got my tarp rolled up, made some coffee, had to do my water, got all my water out of my dirty bags into bottles. There's no water until the river, which I think it's only like a mile and a half away, and then I'm gonna refill all my bags because I don't know about the water sources. I'll make sure all my waters are full and the water bags are full. Had a little bit of an explosion of gear right there. I'm getting ready to start organizing that. I'm drinking some coffee, some Folgers. Just kind of getting ready to get the day started. I slept pretty good last night. That down top quilt by Hammock Gear, man, that thing is super warm. I wore a insulated top and bottom to bed, and socks, and I ended up peeling out of my socks and my top before it was over, and it was almost too warm. It's a 40-degree bag, or top quilt, I should say. So it's to be expected it's warm, and man, it is ridiculously warm. I woke up by the sound of my alarm clock going off. I forgot to turn that stupid thing off. So at 4:30, my alarm went off. Woke me up. Crazy. And that's turned off, so that won't happen tomorrow morning. Well, I'm going to drink some coffee and start rounding up my gear. And at 7:36, I'll probably try to get out here in about 15 minutes or so. Definitely before 8. So I'll catch you when I'm on the trail. Finish up your coffee and get ready for the journey ahead. Oh, it is 8:07 and I am back on the trail. About 7 minutes beyond what I thought, but I didn't take into account that I needed to brush my teeth, so there you go. Yesterday's rush from the beginning of the Centerpoint Trail kind of made me sore. My right knee in particular is pretty sore. Nothing horrible, just I can feel it. Hopefully I'll walk it out in the next mile or so. Okay, I think I stated earlier that I got about a mile and a half maybe to the river. It's a place called Jim's Bluff, which is kind of appropriate in my opinion. I'm going to stop and fill up my dirty bags with water there. I want to make sure that I have plenty of water for the next leg of the trip, which is Sneeds Creek Trail. And yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the day. The sun's coming up already. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Check out this trail. So we're turning this way, and we will end up backtracking back this way. It's weird, it says Sneeds Creek's that way, but I don't see a trail that way. I'm guessing it's just that way. Anyhow, we are going to, I think, turn this way. I don't see a sign that tells me where this one goes. Upon further review, that says ORT, Old River Trail, 0.1. So this is definitely the way I'm supposed to go. 0.1, 1/10 of a mile, and then I'll fill up with water, then I'll backtrack this way. So I found a little runoff of the river. It's flowing, so it's good. I'm guessing that the river runs behind this mound of dirt and that way, and this is just like overflow, creating an island. I'm just guessing. I could be wrong, but it seems like over there that I could see water going back that way. And it comes from this way, so I think it's going to do this number. But I'm going to stop. I'm going to grab some water, wash my hands, and backtrack back to that Sneeds Creek. Okay, that was a rough little uphill with extra 64 ounces of water. We are now going to hit Sneeds Creek. And it is this way. And now that I've got a full supply of water, I should be able to make this next one easy. Oh wow, there's a cabin up here. Cool. Let me get with what I was saying in a minute. Check this out. I'm gonna have to check the map to see what cabin this is. That is freaking cool. Man, we're gonna go right by it. Wow, it's really preserved well for what it is. Neat. Oh, this is the Henderson cabin. Cool. Very cool. Man, imagine living here back in the day. Jeez, be rough. It's nice to dream about, but man, no thanks. Freaking cool though. 2 stories. I'm not even gonna go in there and look. I believe I was here in the 90s, but I can't remember. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I've got a full supply of water, so I should be able to make Sneeds Creek to the next junction. I can't remember what it is, but easily enough without any water sources. And it's a 3.5 miles trail from where the junction was back there to where I got to turn off, which may be the end of the trail. I honestly can't remember. Either way, 3.5 miles to the next junction. And seems to be a pretty good trail so far. Nice and wide, so the spider webs aren't very bad. Just gonna take it one step at a time. My knee's starting to feel better. Going down some of that downhill earlier, right out of the gate, I was thinking I might have to take some aspirin, but it got really bad. I started thinking about it, and then it just kind of went away, just like kind of like what I predicted earlier. Sometimes when you get sore, the best thing to do is just to work that muscle, and it figures itself out, and that's kind of what happened here. I can still feel it a little bit, but just so minimal, I'm not even worried about it. Anyhow, I'm gonna get off here and let you enjoy the trail. I'll see you at the next time I start this thing. whole landscape just completely changed. If I was to guess, I'd say this is Sneeds Creek. It's just a chunk of huge rock. And I'm guessing most of the time it's full of water. And now I just gotta be real careful to figure out where the trail picks back up at, because I have no clue. Man, this is trippy. I don't see any markers. At some point, I'm guessing it would just pick right back up. But damn, I'm kind of at a loss at this point. Is that it over there? Man, you'd think there'd be a sign. And this is one of those trails that doesn't have markers, so who the hell knows? Is that a trail? Doesn't look like one. That looks like a water wash. Huh. I better consult the map. Okay, after consulting the map, it shows that I just stay on this side of the river. I think this is an area called Rocky Bottoms, and yes, there's the marker right there. Probably could have found it without the map, but it's a lot nicer having the insurance of mind knowing that you're going the right direction. Sneeds Creek Trail, this way. Cool, back on it. I'm at Sneeds Creek crossing. There's the trail right there, and right over there I see a cabin. Oh, my knee just popped. That felt actually pretty good. Okay, so I think that I can walk right over there and then right across there. I'm not taking my shoes off. So let's do this thing. Okay, so I guess my eyes are playing tricks on me. I didn't guess I saw a house. I could have swore I saw a cabin. The Evans White cabin house is supposed to be somewhere around here. There's no car. Pretty wild that it's just sitting out here. No clue what kind it is. I'm sure my dad would know. It's a 4-door. Super old. Probably 30s or 40s is my guess. Old car. That one's almost worth going and looking at. That one's cool looking. And look at this thing. How badass is that? Yeah, I think it's a truck. Man, that is just so cool. I can't believe it's just sitting out here. I mean, there's nothing left. No steering wheel, no wipers, just a shell. Man, it's so cool. Holy crap, this is like old cool truck graveyard or something. Man, this is awesome. Look at that. How insane. But it's just sitting here. Too cool. Very, very cool. Again, no clue what this thing is. Look at the cool little tiny back window. Man, that is badass. I'm taking a quick breather. I've been going uphill for quite a while. I'm about 3 2/3 miles in today, and I'm tired. This uphill's beating my ass. I'm planning on stopping at the top of this hill at the first clearing and possibly taking an early lunch. It's, I think 10:15 is what I said. 10:15. So it'll be close enough to lunch. I usually eat lunch at 11, so I'm hungry, and I got some broccoli and cheddar soup I'm gonna heat up, and man, I'm looking forward to it. My stomach's grumbling right now. I've already ate all my dried apples because I'm hungry. 2 apples dried was not enough. I chowed through those in less than 24 hours, basically, since yesterday at 3. So yeah, next time I might have to do 4. I really like them, they're good. Well, that's all I got for now. I need to trudge. See you guys. Wild pigs. This could be interesting. There they go. Pigs are fucking dangerous. And from what I understand, they're fucking terrifying. Pardon my language. But I was not prepared to see pigs. Boar. There's 2 of them that I know of. Man, that's freaking crazy. I don't even know if I got it on video. Surely you probably heard it snort. Legit, I'm glad. Man, that was crazy. Well, it's 11 o'clock, and I just found this nice little spot here. It's screaming my name. It is time for lunch. Okay, well, let's talk about today's lunch. This is dried broccoli and cheese soup. You get it at Walmart. I'm sure they sell it every place other than Walmart also. I don't remember the brand. It comes in its own package and it has 4 servings. This has been I used a scale and I quartered it into 4 individual servings. I then put it in a Packet Gourmet bag. Why Packet Gourmet, you might ask? Well, because Packet Gourmet is safe to put boiling water in. If I was just to put this in a Ziploc bag and put boiling water in there, it'll release chemicals, and it is not good for you. So I don't recommend doing that. This is their small bag, and it's got the rip-off and the Ziploc thing, and then I sealed it. I seal it with our sealer, and I should have sealed it above the rip-off point, but I'm a noob and I didn't. So anyhow, so Packet Gourmet sells these things for, I believe the small ones are 79 cents. There's one that's a medium that's bigger than this. It's like 89 cents, and then there's the really big one, which I'll show you tonight when I'm eating my chili. The big ones are 99 cents, and I found that this stuff, I've already put water in this one. Small bag works perfect for it. And then I don't even stir it, I just shake it really good. I usually use 2 hands. So I'm at about 13.5 miles for the trip, and about just under 5 for the day. It looks like it's 4.87. Today's been a slow go. It's been relatively all uphill. I did stop a couple times to look at those old cars and to get some pictures, but it has just been slow go. I should have already, at this point, according to the mileage, I should have already been to the junction to Hemmed-in-Hallow, which is going to be a spur trail. It's going to be an extra 2.5 miles. Man, hopefully it shows up soon. It's overdue, but just like Chimney Rock, that one came in a few tenths over what it was supposed to be also. So I think the trails just kind of change throughout time, and it typically always adds mileage, it seems like. At least that's been what I've noticed. So anyhow, it's a little after 11. I need to get my food on and get out of here. So I'll check in with you before I leave. That was a nice break. About a 40-minute lunch break. Had cell service, so I checked in with the fam. Looks like Angela's doing a day hike right now, which is really awesome since she can't do it overnight. So at least she's taking advantage of the day. It's beautiful out. Right before I was getting ready to start packing up all my gear, 4 people on horseback went by and looked like they were having a good time. I miss riding horses. I did when I was a kid, and we had a couple, and I really enjoyed it. I haven't since then. I was probably 15. But other than that, man, this has been a great day. I did eat a couple of aspirin. Try to prevent my knee to get any sorer than it already is. I should be really close to the junction to Hemmed-in-Hallow. That's my next stop. That'll be I believe a 2.5 mile out and back spur trail just to see the waterfall. It's the tallest waterfall, single point waterfall between the Appalachians and the Rockies. So that's cool. I've never seen it. I've heard a lot about it, seen a lot of pictures. Hopefully it's flowing. Water's kind of dry right now, so there's a chance we'll get there and it'll be dry, and that'll be lame. But, oh well. If I don't go, it's probably flowing. So I'm gonna take the gamble and see. I'll check back in with you after a while. Okay, so we're done with Sneeds Creek. We're now on bench trail, and we're gonna take it to the Hemmed-in-Hallow spur, and that'll be, we'll take that for a mile, and then it'll get onto a different spur towards Hemmed-in-Hallow, and that'll be another half mile. So won't be long, and we'll be at Hemmed-in-Hallow. Okay, well that didn't take long. We are going to Hemmed-in-Hallow, 1.5 miles this way. I just passed 4 hikers, and they said Hemmed-in-Hallow's is not flowing, no water, 0. So, damn it. I hate to be a quitter and just turn around. I mean, that would shave like 2 miles off my mileage, but I'm gonna go anyhow, and I'll see it when it's dry, I guess. Something's better than nothing. It's still beautiful, right? I hope. That's what I gotta believe in. Let's just do this thing. We'll do it together. What do you say? Let's get it done. I may end up regretting coming down here. Man, look at this. Just constant elevational change, straight down. And I'm gonna be looking at a dry waterfall and walking right back up it for another 1.5 miles. Okay, I finally made it to the falls junction. It says 0.7, which is more than what the map said, but whatever. I'm invested, we gotta do this thing. There's a lot of people on this trail, and everybody, they all agree on one thing: this trail's brutal. So I was walking down, I got to a switchback here that goes across a dry creek, and it's pretty obvious I'm beat. It was a big time long hill. I'm still looking for the falls, but anyhow, I heard some footsteps behind me, so I stopped, looked behind me, and there's this dude, and that guy must have been hauling ass. He had a backpack. He was hauling ass trying to catch up to me. Handed me a pair of keys and said he thought there was some people ahead of me looking for keys, and if I would, he wanted me to take the keys and try to find the owners. And I was like, yeah, dude, for sure. And they were Ford keys. I told him, I'll make them describe them to make them describe them before I give them to him. Sure enough, man, 10 minutes later, a really young couple came across, and I was like, what's up? And they're like, nothing. I'm like, you guys looking for some keys? I was the key master. Evidently they were the gatekeeper, because they were looking for some keys. And they said they're Ford keys. I'm like, here you go. They told me that they lost them last night. It was too dark for them to come back down. Evidently they came down here Friday. They lost their keys, got up to the top of this thing, and it was too dark for them to, it was getting on dark, and there was no way they were gonna come back down after dark, which is a really good call. They said they went to there's some gas station with a campsite behind it, and they told the owners what was going on, and I don't know if it's the owners or what, but they gave them some blankets, and they stayed the night out there, primitive. And it got down in the 50s, like I told you this morning, so those people did not have a good time last night. They were elated that they got some keys. I'm glad I was able to help out. It makes me feel good. I better stop talking, I'm gonna start crying, so I'll see you when I get to the dry falls. Just found a camera lens. I have my glasses on, so I can't tell what kind it is. All right, well, I made it to Hemmed-in-Hallow Falls. Largest single point waterfall between the Appalachians and the Rockies. Right there, I want you to imagine Just stare at it and imagine water coming off of that. It's got a trickle coming down, but imagine if this is the wet season. Pretty awesome. All right, well, we saw Hemmed-in-Hallow. Now I gotta fight that hill going up, that trail. Before I do so, I'm gonna take shelter underneath one of these bluffs and take me a break. I feel like I deserve it. It's been a pretty rough climb. I'm ready to chill. Okay, well, that was beautiful. It's time to go. I got a mile 7.7 to go to get to the top of this trail back to where I started. And I'm not getting there by standing there and enjoying a beautiful view. While I was there, I sat underneath the bluff and in the shade and filled up 2 bottles of water out of my dirty bag. Filled one with Propel and slammed it. So I just slammed basically 750 milliliters of Propel. So that should help me get to the top of this sucker. I'd like to fill up my water, but that water down there didn't look very good. It was kind of stagnant. The water's not running enough to keep it clean. So I chose not to fill my dirty bags. I can't remember if there's water down here or not. If not, hopefully I'll find some somewhere else. I don't know. I just need enough for coffee and for food tonight. And coffee in the morning. Coffee in the morning, food tonight, and scotch tonight. But if I have to, I can drink scotch straight. I'm a man. Anyhow, I'm feeling really good now. I needed that. It's a good break. I'm gonna haul some ass now. Catch you guys in a minute. Well, I managed to bust out a mile of it. Still got about 3/4 of a mile to go. I'm on the crazy uphill thing, and man, I thought Sneeds Creek was brutal. This is, I don't even know, the next level. I'm not even to the staircase yet. The only good thing is it doesn't hurt my knee going uphill. I always preferred going downhill. My girlfriend always told me that downhills hurt her knee. And then, I was watching one of the Zpacks videos of the Tahoe Rim trail that he did. And he started talking about how going downhill hurt his knees. And man, my one knee was just shooting pain all the way down. It's gone now. It's just amazing. The weirdness of your body going different directions. The impact, I guess. I don't know. I've been eating a lot of cashews and almonds trying to regain some salt. I'm sweating it out. There's salt stains all over my shirt. And trying not to destroy my water, but I'm going to drink all the water I need to get up this thing. I don't know if Bench Creek has any water. I hope it does. But I've still got one full dirty bag, and I think I have a little over 1.5 750s right now, so I should be okay. I only got, like I said, 3/4 of a mile to go, but it's all mega uphill and just stupid. It's worth it. I knew what I was getting myself into, and I'm cool with it. I just had to stop and take a breather. Anyhow, unless something happens, I'll see you at the top of the trail. Good news. I made it. It is time to catch a different trail at this point. I'm done with Hemmed-in-Hallow. We are now going to start Bench. Bench Trail starts now. Obviously, right off the bat, it's less traveled, more overgrown, but that means less people. I've seen more people today on Hemmed-in-Hallow than I saw yesterday at work. So it should be 2.4 miles from right back there, basically 2.4 miles from here. So let's do it. All right, well, that would be the Flowers cabin. I don't know the story behind it, I just know it's on the map. That is really cool. Straight up log cabin. Old school. Pretty neat. And once again, I am not going to go check this one out. That's some big old monster windows. I don't know if hopefully you guys can see that well enough. This is a nice change from what I was on. Relatively flat and no people. I've seen 0 people. I traded having no people to having a little bit of spiderwebs every now and again. That's a good trade. I'll trade that every time. I like seeing people every once in a while, but I don't like seeing a bunch of people. Basically non-hikers, just tourists. Since I've been on this trail, I haven't seen any trash. On the other trail, there's all kinds of tourist trash. I saw a dirty diaper, which is ridiculous. I'm not going to go into a rant about it because I think if you're of the mind that I am on, that you understand why a dirty diaper is really crappy, pun intended. I just like coming out here and not being around people. So on a different note, I did see a wide variety of ethnicity on the trail today, which was a very positive thing for me. Saw some Indians, saw some African Americans, I saw some Orientals or Asian, whatever the PC is. They look like Filipinos, I couldn't tell. I didn't see any Mexicans. That's kind of odd since there's a lot of Mexicans in this area. Hispanic, I should say. I work with a lot of Hispanic people, and it's a bummer that I didn't see any on the trail because I could have busted out some Spanish. Could have said, "Que paso?" or something, but it wasn't to be. But the day's not over, and I still got tomorrow, so maybe that'll happen tomorrow. We'll see. Anyhow, I just want to show you a little bit of the trail. It's getting a little bit overgrown now, so it looks like I might be bushwhacking before it's over. So I needed to stop to get some energy. I was getting a little hungry. Decided to eat one of my Cliff Bars. This is a new flavor for me, blueberry crisp, and I have to say it's really good. I love blueberries, so this is just really, really good stuff. Let me open it up and let you see it. That's what it looks like. It's really good, just saying. So I was sitting here, eating my Cliff Bar, chilling out for a second. I was looking at the map, and I got about, stupid mosquitoes, got about a half a mile until I hit the next trail, which is an unnamed trail on the map that takes me back to the ORT. It's about a 1.1 mile trail to the ORT, and then from the ORT, it's 8.2 back to the car, so that's 9.3 total. I mean, I can legitimately do that tonight if I wanted to, but I think what I might do is just get on the ORT and then look for a sweet spot and I wouldn't mind getting done a little early. I'm tired. I've had a pretty good day, and honestly, I'm not ready to go home yet. I wouldn't mind getting one more night out here and having a really short day in the morning, but I don't know. We get closer to it and things might happen. Who knows? I've been on bench and it follows this way. This was the unknown trail that's on the map, or not unknown, but unnamed trail on the map. And it is 1.1 mile that way to the river, and then the ORT, Old River Trail. So we're gonna be doing that. So this trail has no name on the map, and it feels like maybe it's new because there's really no trail. I'm just following these orange streamers tied to trees. I have them for a couple minutes. Kind of neat if it's new. I don't know, that map can't be that new. Although I don't know, I didn't look at the date of the map. Pretty interesting. So this is cool, I haven't seen a benchmark in a while. Pretty cool. National Park Service. So this is a trail, but I don't think it's that old. This is super cool. This is kind of odd. It's almost like they don't want me to come in. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm going around it. It's on the map. So this trail is basically just a trail that goes down a ridge from the upper side of a mountain, and I'm to the point where it's just all switchbacks. And on the on the map you can see that it's a ridge line that goes down. So there's valleys or hollows or whatever you want to call them on both sides of this, making it a ridge, but it just dives down into the river. So it's just, for the last 10 minutes, I've just been doing nothing but going down switchbacks. Switchback after switchback. But it's fairly smooth, not a whole lot of big rocks in the way, so I can actually make pretty good time. And it's not jarring to my knee. A lot of spider webs, but that's just part of it. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I just watched a lizard capture a grasshopper. Took him 3 tries to get it, but he got it. Oh man, now I don't see him. He took off. Bummer, I couldn't get my camera out fast enough. A little swift. Check out that view. That is a monster bluff. Absolutely monstrous. Somewhere over there is the Buffalo River Trail. Angela and I will be doing that in October. That is a beautiful, beautiful bluff. That whole mountain ridge is just beautiful. The house just hit. Fucking Zpacks thing just broke. A water hanger. Oh. Man, I really like that thing. That sucks. So at this point, I think it's safe to say that I'm not where I thought I was. I'm not gonna say I'm lost because I'm still going downhill, but I'm obviously not on the trail I thought I was on. I think when I saw that new trail being blazed, I don't think I should have turned there. I should have went straight because the trail I was on went straight, and I second guessed myself, and now I don't know where I'm at. But as long as it takes me to the river, I think I can find the ORT. I am damn sure not climbing all the way back up that thing. This is crazy. None of these are on the map, so I'm just gonna keep going downhill. Sooner or later, it's got to pay off at the river, is what I think. There's all kinds of white signs that have different names of different things and trails, basically. Oh, here's one up here. I'll show you what I mean. Most of them you can't even read. They're like temporary. Let's see what this one says. I have no idea what that says. I could be wrong, but it feels like it's starting to feel like a river valley now, like the lower sections of where the river and the hills begin. So I feel like I'm on the right path. I'm not on the right trail, of course, but I do feel like I'm going downhill. And you know, if you just keep going downhill, sooner or later you're gonna hit the river. Might have put a couple extra miles on it, but I've got all day tomorrow to get to my car, so it's all good. Once I get to the river, all I gotta do is hang to the right and I'll be going basically upriver. And sooner or later, I will find the ORT. That much is known. No clue. But I do see a trail that goes down, so I'm taking it. That is crazy. It might be a false sense of security, but I feel like I finally gotten close to the river. I've got a drainage right there coming off that waterfall I just showed you, and the ground's kind of flattening out. It's dirt. Feels like floodland. We will see. This is crazy. I'm definitely not where I thought I was, but I'm not going to say I'm lost because I don't feel like you can ever be lost if you're in love with where you're at. So you have that. Let's just keep going, man. I promised you an adventure. Let's get it on. Okay, well, I found some remnants of something. There's a chimney. There's a foundation. Maybe we'll have enough clues I can figure out where we're at. Living history. I don't know what that means. What's this? Oh, private property. My bad. I see a sign over here. Let's go this way. No more tomfoolery. Let's get the hell out of here. Check out the river bamboo. We're definitely close to a river. And it's maintained so I can walk through here without fear of too many webs. Oh, I'm ready to hit the river. Damn it, man. The river's to my left. I can see what looks like bluffs. I really wish we can get there anytime soon. Would be awesome. I feel a lot more comfortable knowing I was on the river. That's kind of cool. A berrying tree. I never heard of that. Neat. Can't read it. Well, I found the river. If this is the river. I mean, I really can't take it for granted. But I have no clue where the ORT is at this point. I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to walk across here in my boots because I honestly don't care. I don't want to change. So, after I crossed the river, I saw a yellow blaze, and it's a trail. It's following the river. It's still on my right side. So, it's going upriver. So, I'm just going to keep following it. Hell, if I can get to Kyle's Landing tonight, that'd be cool. Kyle's Landing is the campground downriver from Still Creek. So, if I find Kyle's Landing, I'll be good, you know? It hasn't said ORT, but I kind of feel like this is the ORT. But that being said, I'd really like to have some kind of proof so I can feel good about myself. Anyhow, I'll show you what I'm looking at and then I'll talk to you later. Awesome. Oh my God, this sucks. Okay, so I found a fork, and I know this is super wishful thinking, but on my map, it looks like where I crossed the river was where I was supposed to cross the river, and it looks to me like there's a fork on the map that goes 0.3 and ends up in Kyle's Landing on a road, or 0.4 this way to a crossing of a road. So I'm going to go the 0.4 route, and if I cross a paved road, I know where I'm at. Well, I found Kyle's Landing. It's exactly as I thought it was. How awesome. Super, super awesome. I'm on the track. So right now, I believe I'm on the ORT and the BRT. I could be wrong about that. I just took a quick look. I'm going to follow this trail. It should fork. Since I got on the other side of Kyle's Landing, it'll fork. And I'm going to bear right. And it should take me right back down to the river. At which time maybe I'll get some signs that say ORT. And I will be happy. Anyhow, I'm going to show you what Kyle's Landing looks like from up here. All kinds of campers. It's a beautiful day to be camping. ORT and then Still Creek, 6 miles. Buffalo River Trail, veer up. Well, we're going to Still Creek, people. So, put on your big boy undies because here we go, 6 more miles. BRT, that way. Still Creek, this way, 6 miles. It's like 5:14, I think. Well, let me check. It's 5:15, so I have about an hour and 45 minutes of legitimate daylight. If it stays like this, I can do 2 miles an hour, so I can get about 4 miles, a little under 4 miles, which puts me about 2 miles shy. Just passed a group of people, so I had to shut her down. Anyhow, what I was saying is, I don't have enough daylight to get to Still Creek without running, and I'm not going to run. This old man don't run. So my options are going to be to, in the next hour or so, find a spot to camp, or bust out my headlight, get it done, hit a burger on the way home, save some camp food for the next trip, and as I say, call it a day. And I'm not too keen about walking at night. But at the same time, I don't know if it's worth camping if I don't have a good camp spot for 2 miles. I mean, 2 miles, really? That's an hour of dark. And it's not going to get pitch black at 7. Last night it stayed light for like at least a half an hour. I didn't time it or anything, but hell, I don't know. So those are the questions that I'm going to ponder on. And we'll see. From now on, I'm just going to enjoy, from here on out, I'm just going to enjoy the trail and see what happens. Why don't you see what happens with me? That'd be cool. So I just met family, and at this stage of the game, I probably shouldn't be stopping and filibustering to everybody, but damn it, I'm a social person. Anyhow, there was a man, a woman, and looked like a grown child. And hold on, to Indian Creek. Okay. Okay, I want to go this way. Okay, so anyhow, the adult man was down looking at something with his camera. And as I got closer, I mean, they looked friendly. And of course, I looked friendly. Anyhow, I was like, "What are you guys looking at?" And he's like, "Indian pipes." I'm like, "Indian pipes?" I was like, "What's Indian pipes?" And he's like, and then he got up and he looked up, and on the other side of the trail, he's like, "Oh, there's more." And he was super jazzed up about it, which is super cool because I don't know what the hell Indian pipes are. And I kind of feel like he's the kind of guy that he was cool with telling me what Indian pipes were. So basically, it's some kind of plant thing that lives like fungus that never develops chlorophyll and leeches, or he called it vampires, off of roots of other trees and plants. They look weird. I didn't want to look like a geek. I wanted to take a picture really bad, but I didn't geek out on it. And as he was talking, I noticed there was this butterfly with its wings folded straight up on the edge of his hat, like he was wearing a baseball cap, right in the middle, like a hood ornament. I was like, "Dude, you got a butterfly in your hat." And the adult kid was like, "Yeah, we named him Miguel," which is super funny. Really cool, man. The people you meet doing stuff like this is incredible. Get outside and do this stuff. Get your adventure on. Okay, I'm at the river. This is cool. Looks like we're getting ready to do a creek crossing. What do you say? You guys in? Follow my lead. Got some cool balanced rock action. Got a little waterfall. And I see a trail right over there. So we're gonna bust out this thing. I'm gonna try to do it one-handed, that way you guys can join me. I don't even change my shoes at this point. This is the last hike for these boots, by the way. I was gonna show you last night, but it got dark. Okay, so there's the trail. Let me get a real good grip on my camera. Here we go. That last one was super slippery. I got my darn tough socks on. They wick the water away, so as soon as I get out of this creek, it'll almost be like I'm not even wet. They're not quite that good, but they are pretty awesome. All right, we did it. Good job, guys. It looks like the trail goes this way. We just busted out a creek crossing together. Super proud of you guys. All right. Oh, I love the sound of running water. It makes me need to urinate, actually, but I'm gonna hold off. Okay, another water crossing. It came out right here, so it must be over there, so I'm just gonna balls it out. I don't really have enough time to really be thinking about it too hard. My main thing is not falling. Woo! Knee deep. And then now the main thing is to get over here and figure out where the trail is. Ugh. Whoa. Holy crap, that's awesome. That might be where I was last night. Can't tell. Okay. Let's find this trail. Okay, next creek crossing. It looked to me like it's just right across there somewhere. I see a ribbon over there, but I don't see a trail. But none of that looks good, so I'm guessing that has to be it. Let's walk over here and see what's up. I'm starting to question my decision to push through. On one hand, that's it right there. On one hand, it'd be really cool to sleep in a bed. And one thing I know is I have not seen any good camp spots lately. And another thing going against the idea of camping is I don't want to camp in the lowlands, the weird areas where it's been flooded, because it just gives me a bad vibe. So I'm probably going to push on. Okay. All right, so I'll talk to you at the next creek crossing. It should be really soon. Okay, water crossing, and I think I see markers right over there, so I'm gonna go in that direction. Gotta get. Okay, I think I'm ready. Ugh, these rocks are so slippery and slimy. Whoa, it's like walking on marbles. Holy crap, I'm doing the splits. All right, get it under control. At least it smells like fish. Ugh. Oh, I love that sound. I'm gonna have to get a drink after this. That sound makes me thirsty. Yep, there's ribbons. I don't know if you can see it or not. I can't really see my screen. All right, another successful water crossing. Oh, there goes a big stork of some sort. Okay, it's up this monster. Old River Trail, Still Creek, 3.9. If we call it 4, that's 2 hours worth of travel for me. Right now I have about an hour's worth of light. So, like I said earlier, it's gonna be about 2 miles in the dark, probably an hour. So let's just keep going. Can I record it? What? Can I record you? Huh? I guess. So you guys camped up there? No, I'm finishing a 26-mile loop. Oh, cool. I'm gonna have to hike the last couple miles in the dark, but it is what it is. Where are you going? Still Creek. Yeah. Do it. All right. This guy's gonna jump. Yeah. You're the man. That's one of the coolest things I've seen this weekend. So good things come to those who wait. Remember I was talking about how cool it'd be to see a Hispanic person? Just passed a Hispanic lady on the trail. She looked like she was camped with a group down by the lake. They had a big fire going, and man, it makes me really happy that everybody, like basically every kind of person is out here this weekend. This isn't a white thing. This isn't a hillbilly thing. This is a people thing, and I love it. Oh, that's what's great about nature is there's no bias on who you are, or what you like to do. It's a human thing. We have made a loop within a loop. This is where I got water this morning. That is Jim's Bluff. We're about 3.3 miles from home. The car, that is. Let's get it done. Whoa, that is above the knees. All right, check this out. This is some nasty shit right here. Ugh. Man, this is disgusting. I'm glad it's not really wet. I'm gonna sink. Ooh, ooh, nasty. About 2.5 miles away from Steel Creek, my final destination, and let's see. The sun's starting to go down. The temperature's starting to drop, and when the sun does go down, the temperature will drop even faster. I'm thinking when it gets to a point where I can't see comfortably without lights, I'm gonna have to pull over. I'm gonna take my bag off, which sucks. I'm gonna take this shirt off and put my Magellan long sleeve on. I'll ditch the hat, put my headlight on, and I should be good to go. I'm thinking about eating another Cliff Bar. I plan on getting food on the way out, but the nearest fast food is, man, at least 30 minutes, maybe longer. So I might do a Cliff Bar because I'm running low on energy. I'm getting tired. My knees are sore. I probably should stop to camp, but I don't want to. I want to make this an adventure. Give me all day to heal tomorrow, and tomorrow I can crunch the video and get this out to you guys to watch. Holy crap, this is all muddy. And so that's the plan. So now I'm just trying to burn up as much daylight as I can, and then, like I said, right before it gets too dark to see, I'll stop. Whoa, that was about a fall. That is Big Bluff. I'm not sure if I was up there or up there. I think up there. That's where I was last night. It's incredible. It's ridiculously big. Like stupid big. Okay, it's 20 after 7. 7:02 is when sunset is, so it's almost dark. I went ahead and got my headlight on. I got my flashlight ready, hanging right there. I ate a Cliff Bar and then ate the last of my beef jerky. Slammed the rest of a bottle of water and put my hat in the bag, put my other shirt on, so I should be able to handle a little bit colder weather. And I don't plan on eating or drinking anything else until I get a burger or maybe a taco. Tacos kind of sound good. So anyhow, it's getting dark. I don't know how much video I'm gonna be able to do. I'll try to light it up every once in a while just to let you see what I'm going through. But for now, I need to just buckle down and get it done. I'll talk to y'all later. Another creek crossing, or it's actually a river crossing. It's a little spookier now because it's slippery and it's getting dark. And since I'm on this side of the river, that means I've got to cross it at least one more time. The Steel Creek's on the other side of the river, the side I just came from. We are on the cusp of darkness, Dulles. I hope you're enjoying the adventure. You've been a great audience. If you've made it till now, I seriously appreciate it. This is pretty much what I do. Sometimes my girlfriend's with me, sometimes I'm solo. Right now I have 36 subscribers. I'm stoked. If you're not a subscriber, I wish you'd think about maybe subscribing. I do this fairly often. Pretty soon it's going to get too cold for me to do it. I don't have the gear to do it all the time, but boy, now I got to find the path. Anyhow, if this is your thing, I'd ask you to please consider subscribing to my channel. If nothing else, throw me a like if you thought this adventure was good. Thanks for watching. Look what I see. I see a cool ass little Subaru. You know what that means? It's almost time to go get some real food. Holy crap. What a day. Okay, I'll have final mileage. After a while, I'll stop it here. And I need to go get changed into good clothes, which means I need to walk up to the privy before I can drive my car. So I need to unload, dig in my pack, get my keys, get in my car and get my clean clothes, and then take a walk up to the bathroom and change. So I'll have my final totals. I'm beat. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit a like, subscribe, make me proud. Hike on, brothers. Okay, well, so the final numbers show that the complete trip was 29.8 something miles. The first night I did 8.8 miles, a little over. So basically that second day was a 21 mile day, which to me blows my mind. If you watched the last video, at the end of it, I told you I was wanting to try to get a 15 or 20 mile day in to see if I can do it. And now I've proven to myself that I can do it. I was very sore this morning. I'm still sore. The worst part is when you drive home from something like that. I did like a 15 mile day in Eagle Rock, and I drove 4 miles home, and it's like you're crippled when you get home. And last night was no different. I got home, and after I think 2 or 3 hours of driving, and it's like you walk all hunched over like an old man, and it's ridiculous. So I'm a little sore right now. I think that if I would have got up and immediately started walking after drinking coffee, I would be okay. But unfortunately, when you're at home, you're not walking constantly, so your muscles get sore. I full on believe I could have done another 10 miles today, or 12 if I had to, if I was on a through hike. And I'm very, very happy with my progress. I've been hiking for just about a year now, and to get a 20 under my belt is marvelous. It gives me a lot of self-confidence in the fact that I didn't succumb to any kind of getting worried about being lost. There was a moment when I thought I was lost, and I just had to keep a level head. I kept thinking about what one of our guys in our backpacking group on Facebook says about carrying a map and knowing your orientation, and just you have to be confident about yourself. I knew that if I just went downhill, I would find the river, and once I found the river, I needed to go upriver to find my destination, and that's exactly what I did. I spent a lot of time beforehand looking at the map, trying to memorize all the trails that I needed to hit, and I pulled out a really good map. You want to use good maps. I use a National Geographic map. The map will be in the link in the description. I bought it at Pack Rat in Fayetteville, and it had every trail on it that I took, other than that wonky one that was on private property. And to the owners of the private property, I apologize for being on your property. I never saw no trespassing sign, and I didn't realize that I was on a bogus trail until it was much too late for me to backtrack. I'm going to make this short because I know that this is a very long video, and just by saying thank you again for watching. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you enjoy my turmoils and the craziness. I wish I could have got better video, or any video whatsoever, of the boar. The 2 boars that I saw, they didn't come across on video. I think you can hear the snort. Other than that, I want to thank Hammock Gear for making a great top quilt. I stayed warm for the first time ever, and it was marvelous. And Zpacks for making a great backpack. When you can carry 25 pounds of gear for, you know, over 10 miles without taking your backpack off or needing to take it off, that's to me a win, and it increases the amount of time spent walking instead of you know, wishing you weren't there. And at no point was I ever to a point where I was so overburdened with my gear that I had to stop to set it down. Most of the time when I stopped to get into my most of the time when I stopped and had to take my pack off, it was because I actually had to get in my pack, or I had to get to something I couldn't reach from where I was with it on. And I usually try to just keep it on as long as I can. So the first day I only took it off at the very beginning at the water crossing, and I didn't take it off again until I was ready to camp, which was, you know, 8 miles, seven and a half miles, something like that. And they make good gear. If you haven't heard of Zpacks, you need to check them out. They're really good. I'm not sponsored by anybody. No one's giving me any free stuff. Everything that I'm telling you is my opinion only. And I full on recommend Hammock Gear. Dutchware Cameleon was awesome. Again, not sponsored. I just bought it. It was the first night in it, and it was absolutely amazing how comfortable it is. My Hammock Gear Tarp it didn't rain, but it was spot on. It's super light. I'm definitely getting to the point where I really love my gear, and that's quite a change because I bought all the cheap gear to begin with, and I've had a love-hate relationship with it because most of the time it's really not very good gear and it's heavy. So yeah, thank you for watching. This is Jimbo for the 138, and thank you for being with me.